Okay, well, thank you all for joining us today. Over the past 3-4 days now, we have had sightings here in Greenville City and Greenville County of clowns, people dressed in clown outfits. We have had various descriptions of those clowns, from physical descriptions to the makeup descriptions to the racial composition of the person. So we've had African Americans reported as being under the clown outfit. We've had white males under the clown outfit. So we have seen outside in the county a couple of incidents. Deputy Flood will be speaking to you all about just the nature of those incidents. We have had 3 inside the city in the Pleasant Valley, P-Valley, Shemwood area. And we have had a 4th one last night in around Congaree and Halton, which is kind of over behind the mall, as many of you know. So we have had different descriptions on the ones in the city. We've had African American males described. We have had unknown descriptions, and we have had white male description last night. So what we don't know is, one, whether we have 1 or 2 people who are doing this repetitively, or 2, whether or not we have multiple individuals doing it either for fun, for gags, for kicks. What we do know is that in the city we've had no one really attempt communication. None of the people dressed in clown outfits attempt communication with anyone. Only been seen, only stand in an area to be seen and watch the reaction of individuals. Last night's event, same thing. Nothing was said. Individual observed this person inside a laundry room and left. And so later on called 911. By then, by the time we were called and by the time we responded, it was a few hours, not between the call and the response, but by the time we were notified. And so,
sorry guys.
So the incident, our officers circulated as you would expect, and we were unable to locate anybody last night. I can tell you a couple of things. I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Flood to talk about the county incidents, to talk about what people can do. But I want to share a couple pieces of information. One, if a person, we don't know, one, if this isn't, connected in any way, shape, or form with the upcoming movie release, 31. It's possible, we don't know. Certainly the trailer's been out there for a while. Or if somebody's just trying to, somewhat politely terrorize the public. We do know that it's striking fear among members of our public. And so we have patrols out in each of these areas, and wherever we think we might anticipate that person, we've added patrols to see if we can intercept the person and the activity. What I can also say is that for those of you who may be inclined to dress in clown outfits, there is a specific state law that prohibits that for anybody over the age of 16. And it's not smart. It can be dangerous for you, can be dangerous for others. But it's against the law, and it's also against the city ordinance. And the city ordinance is the one that deals with molesting and disturbing people. And what we want to do is let you know that we will charge you. So we really don't want to, but we will, because you're creating a disruption in our community, and you're creating fear and concern. So we want to encourage people who may be inclined to dress in clown outfits not to do it, and to avoid doing it at all. Avoid, 1, getting arrested, being caught getting arrested, and 2, getting hurt. Secondly, we want to put out some crime prevention information. To do that, I want to invite Deputy Flood to speak to you about the county cases, and then about some of the prevention steps, and how to connect with the police during these incidents when you see somebody, to provide you some information there. But we are working together, the city and the county, on these cases. Our detectives are. They're here present, happy to talk with you afterward. But our hope is to solve these cases, so if you have any information, call us. Here's Deputy Flood.
Thanks, Chief. Spoke with some of you already prior, but again, the first incident that we had, we responded out on August the 21st, and that incident alleged to have occurred on the 19th, that Friday night. On that incident at Fleetwood Manor apartment complex, juveniles reported to have seen a clown in the woods wearing a white mask, and as the chief touched on, did not engage in any kind of conversation whatsoever. The clown was attempting to lure the children into the woods with holding a wad of cash and also flashing green laser lights. There was several witnesses who observed this. Deputies responded out there. They investigated it. They walked the trail. I know some of you are aware of a vacant, abandoned house back there near the pond. They were not able to substantiate these claims through any kind of evidence at that time, and as of now have not, through whether it's video surveillance or any kind of hard evidence such as clothing, footprints. As a result, we've increased the patrols, and that is actively being investigated. The second incident occurred on August the 29th at Emerald Commons Apartments, 6526 White Horse Road, in which a juvenile caller alleged to have seen a clown who was described as a black male subject in his 30s wearing a clown mask, standing near the dumpsters of the woods. On that incident, the clown again did not engage the juvenile in any kind of conversation whatsoever. And then a short time after, that same subject, same caller rather, observed a black male riding a bicycle taking photographs of children. Deputies again investigated that, were not able to locate anyone matching that description, any kind of evidence, and have increased the patrols in those areas as well. And those are, to this date, the two documented incidents that have occurred in the county of Greenville.
Okay. Can you speak to the...
Sure, yeah. So what we're telling people at this time, as far as taking precautionary measures, this is something that we are taking very serious especially because of the allegations of the people dressed in clowns attempting to lure the children into the woods. That's very important that people remain vigilant, aware of their surroundings, not hesitate to call us. Call 911. If you do see anything suspicious, anyone dressed up in a clown costume, call 911. Children, we're reminding parents to tell your kids to report it to your parents, but again, stay inside as much as possible. And then for the adults, if you're able to get any kind of footage, whether it's video, phone, notify us, come down to the law enforcement center, call 911, report it to us, send us messages on our Facebook page and also the Greenville City Facebook page as well. Please send us whatever you have and try to get a good description of not just the clown, but any kind of vehicles that these people dressed as clowns might be in. Try to get tag numbers, directions of travel, and whatnot. And we really want to assure the public that we are doing everything that we possibly can to ensure the safety of all the children and all the residents as a whole by increasing our patrols in the area and just really being as present as possible.
So we'll field some questions. I just want to say this before we do. The clowning around needs to stop. It's illegal. It's dangerous. It's inappropriate. It's creating community concerns. It needs to stop. And any questions?
So from what I understand, you've got 4 incidents in the city, 2 in the county, so a total of 6?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to get that.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding is there's sightings elsewhere in the country as well. So again, we don't know if it's related to this, this movie release or what. But so we're not the only community that has it. But there's been a fair amount of attention paid to the situation here.
And from what I understand, it doesn't seem like any of the clowns have actually engaged with the...
That's correct. No engagement.
There have been pictures circulating on social media that have been sent to us. Is there any confirmation those are from the area or from elsewhere?
No, they are pulled down off the internet or whatever. They're not from this area. In both the county and the city cases, no one took photographs, so those clowns that you see on social media, on the internet, anywhere, are just images pulled down from the internet, and they are not local. Thank you for that question. Okay, thank you all.
Police in Greenville, South Carolina are cautioning residents to be on the alert after multiple sightings of clowns described as mysterious and scary. In addition, unconfirmed reports have claimed these clowns have been known to carry lasers and large amounts of cash, prompting police to speculate that they may be trying to lure children into the woods for some unknown ritual. The suspects have been described as having luminous noses and overly large shoes, which may or may not contain equally oversized feet. They have displayed a propensity to make strange noises, often very quietly, and seem to congregate near street lights. Reports have also indicated that they have an affinity for gathering near basketball courts, although no confirmed sightings have pointed toward any desire on their part to actually play sports. So far, at least one potential hideout has been uncovered, although it was not occupied by clowns when police conducted a search of the location. Their exact agenda and motivation is currently unknown, but police are not taking this potential threat lightly. Via the telegraph.co.uk, Ryan Flood, a master deputy with the Greenville County Sheriff's Office, told the Telegraph that they were taking the reports very seriously. These kids have notified their parents they saw these clowns near the woods. The clowns had lasers and a lot of cash, he said. Our view is to take it seriously in case there is someone dressed as a clown trying to lure them away. Mr. Flood said that their investigations and patrols had found no evidence to support the claims yet. We haven't found any clown costume stuff or irregular footprints or other indicators, he said. But police have begun daily patrols near Fleetwood Manor Apartments, where a number of parents said their children had come home with stories of speaking to clowns. There have been a lot of complaints to the office regarding a clown or a person dressed in clown clothing taking children or trying to lure children in the woods, the administrators of Fleetwood Manor Apartments wrote to residents in a note slipped under their doors. Donna Arnold, one of the residents, said she called the Greenville County Sheriff's Office because her son told her he had seen a clown behind the basketball court. I thought my child was seeing things, Mrs. Arnold told a local news channel. And then the next day I had about 30 kids come up to me and say, "Did you see the clown in the woods?" The sightings began earlier this month when a resident, who was not named, told the police that her son had seen clowns whispering and making strange noises in the nearby woods, according to an incident report. The resident said she later saw several clowns in the woods flashing green laser lights. The figures then ran away into the woods. And then, the following night, at about 10:30 p.m. the woman said that her elder son heard chains and banging at their front door. A day later, on the 20th of August, at around 2:30 a.m. another resident said she came across a large figured clown with a blinking nose, standing under a post light near the garbage dumpster area. She said the clown waved at her, so she waved back and kept walking. Police, however, also interviewed children who told them clowns tried to persuade them into the woods further by displaying large amounts of money. The children said they believed that the clowns lived in a house near a pond at the end of a trail in the woods. The responding Greenville Sheriff's deputy reported that upon investigating they found the house, but no clowns or any signs of suspicious activity. Mr. Flood said the last clown sighting was as recent as Monday night. We got a call from a juvenile and they stated a subject not dressed in a clown costume was seen taking photographs of children. And then shortly after a subject, who may have been the same person, came out of the woods in a clown costume and went to the same spot, he said. Greenville police have introduced a See Clowns, Say Something campaign in hopes of getting to the bottom of this potential threat. However, They have expressed concern that the publicity generated by media coverage of the clownspiracy, as it has been dubbed by me, may interfere with their investigation by prompting copycat incidents by unemployed clowns and other bored people within the area. One example of such an instance is the video of clowns caught on neighborhood surveillance cameras below, which caused a minor scare in Florida back in 2014. However, it was eventually exposed as a publicity stunt to promote a traveling carnival that was scheduled to visit the area. On the other hand, this is also reminiscent of the threat from anarchists to scare innocent children during Halloween of 2015. That was, in fact, confirmed to have happened in numerous cities not just in the United States, but throughout the world. In addition, others such as serial killer John Wayne Gacy and the Insane Clown Posse have dressed as clowns in order to lure children away for nefarious reasons. It would be unwise to overlook such a warning again. As they say, better safe than sorry. If you do spot a suspicious clown, especially if they are armed with laser beams and/or are carrying large amounts of cash, contact the Greenville County Sheriff's Office at 1-864-467-5300 immediately, if not sooner. Creepy clowns caught on surveillance video in Florida.